Hey guys, welcome back to More Than a Match with myself, Damani, and RH. How are you feeling, Raz?
I'm nervous, nervous for this one.
Why?
I've got a man next to me that could just like knock me out
Take
in an instant, mate. We've got the Flash, haven't we?
Don't play it in.
Yeah. So this guy, the Flash Zelfa Barrett.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Zelf. Appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me, man. I appreciate it too.
No, we appreciate it massively, mate. So yeah, we may as well start with it. It wasn't the result that you wanted to obviously have. Jazza Dickens, obviously an unanimous decision. Just talk to us about it.
First of all, take no credit away from Jazza. You've done what you had to do. You know yourself, being a football coach and being a football player. We have bad nights in the office. Just because you have a bad game doesn't make you a bad player.
Yeah.
And I just feel like the 10-month layoff, played its part. It really did. Imagine not playing a game for 10 months and being put on, and I've done all the training. The training was great, I was fit, but I just couldn't get my feet together, and I landed a good shot, but I just couldn't follow up. And I don't want to take it away from Jazza because he beat me, didn't he? But that wasn't the best version of me, and the only thing I can say, the only positive I can take from that, like I'll never watch it again because there's little things I didn't do. Didn't faint. It just wasn't me.
Yeah.
Everyone that was watching it knew that wasn't me. Like, if I turned up 100%, I'd beat anybody in the world, and I believe that.
Yeah.
Even his coach said to me, "Listen, sometimes you have bad days in office. Go back to training." So credit to him. Let's not take nothing away from Jazza. He'd won, but he wasn't the best version of me, and I'll be back. And I'd be disappointed if that was the best version of me and I got beat.
Yeah.
I'd actually be disappointed.
Yeah.
I'd actually probably think about his boxing for me. Because, I know my level and how good I am. So, the only positive I can get from that is everybody knows that wasn't the best me. And, yeah, man. Yeah.
Sorry, interrupting. It's not the RH show, is it? Sorry, D, go on.
Like you said, going into that fight knowing that you didn't have the 10-month layoff, was you already doubting yourself a bit, or was you thinking, this could play a part, this?
No, you don't even think that. You just normal fighting, goes for fights. You just think that it's going to be the outcome that I want, that I've been manifesting, that I've been thinking. But it's one of them things where you find out when you're there, innit?
Yeah.
And when I was there, just didn't have that spring. That
you feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously the first couple of rounds touch out stage, and then which probably you was thinking, everyone else is thinking, it's just gonna come.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
shot's gonna then I'm open, then it's just constant where I'd throw one good clean shot and there was no follow up, and I could feel it in myself, and I'm like,
what's going on here?
How's that for you though, Zelfa, when you have a game plan and you're a bit rusty? How's that feel for you, mentally in that moment? Because it's you and him. Boxing, if we talk about football, there's 10 other players on the pitch.
Yeah. So if I have a bad game, I know that 10 other players will be able to not carry me, but help me out. But whereas you're in the boxing ring, it's you versus you.
Yeah.
So if you don't show up, you're getting knocked out, aren't you?
Basically, and I'm a believer, so I always thought it's gonna come. I thank God every day. I got the power to knock anyone out. I've done it before when I've been down in the scorecards. The style I didn't adapt to was fast enough, and I took him out there. So I always knew. Well, I always thought I was gonna find that rhythm, find that whatever. But credit to Jazza, he was just making it
difficult
for me. Yeah. But wasn't really throwing enough. Just nicking these little rounds where
boxing clever, wasn't he?
He knew that he couldn't engage because I would have took him out.
Yeah.
So he was very smart, but I was just trying to find it, and it just didn't come. And like I said, it was nothing to do with training, nothing to do with. I believe and know that the long layoff really did take its toll mentally. I thought, not 10 months. But when you really deep it, that 10 months of not feeling that fight mode.
You're trying to do things, and your body's just not doing it.
I'm doing it in training, but it's different when you got them little gloves on and you got that different.
It's realistic.
Bright lights when you're in there. Bright lights. It's different. It's different, man. I can imagine.
Of course, it is totally. But we move forward, and that's why I'm a positive person, and that like I said, I'd be very disappointed in me if that was the best version of me, and I got a result like that. I'd be very disappointed.
I like the fact that, just take it all aside. I know it's disappointing for you. I like the fact that you're giving Jazza credit as well, because again, you can't take nothing away from his performance.
No,
I think, like, again, I spoke to Damani about it. I was watching it, and every time I've watched you, like, you're capable, you're ferocious, you're capable of knocking anyone out. We've seen viral moments from you time and time again, and just that moment for me as a viewer and also as a fan, like, you was just waiting for that moment, and it just couldn't close the distance.
I could hear Tony Bell, you cheering for him because he knows him. Like, that's it, Jazza. He's waiting for that perfect shot.
How does that make you feel though when you can hear that?
I just thought, shut up, Tony. Shut up, Tony.
Come for Tony now. Go on.
Shut up, Tony. But he was right.
Yeah.
He's actually was right. Like, I'm waiting for that perfect moment, and I just step up in levels in class. Bear this in mind, Jazz has been a former world champion, IBO. Like, give my man his kudos. Like, he's not not no mug.
Yeah.
You get me? Like, but then, so he's not. We sparred before. He knows me. He knows my capabilities. So he's not stupid. So he's smart. He's just doing what he's doing, knit the rounds, and I'm chasing now.
Yeah.
And where I'm chasing, I'm getting caught with silly, stupid punches because I'm really trying.
Yeah.
Where if I was to sit back and I would have thought, you know what, just get your rhythm.
Yeah, find your way.
Easy.
But then it's hard to think that when
someone's whacking
it's
you
only
in the
10
face.
rounds as well. That's short. I'm a 12 round fighter. I'm thinking, God damn, these brothers. Yo, looking up, like, come on, man. Come on, God, it's me again. Yo,
help me out.
When you go into the corner, I've always wondered this when it comes to boxing. We come into the corner, and in this instance, like, obviously, Pat, your uncle, Pat Barrett, he's telling you, you need to do more. How does that make you feel? Because clearly you're trying to do. She's trying to be the best that you can be. Like, how explain to the viewers how hard's that?
Sorry, before that though, can you explain who Pat Barrett is for the people that don't know?
Pat's my uncle. Pat, my mum's brother. Been like my dad, just like my uncle Mike. So he's obviously a coach and my uncle. So he was trying to get into me. Sorry, like, to answer your question, what you're saying.
Yeah, no, 100%.
He was trying to get into me, like, come on, man, what are you doing? But then he was also didn't want me to go wild and just think, and just start throwing punches where he said this to, he knew it was my off night, because I thank God for my abilities, but I can turn things over. Done it in training, done it in sprints, done it many times, and sometimes Superman just forgets his cape by accident. You know what? And just left my cape at home, man.
I'm going to use that one. That's brilliant.
Like, oh man, I knew I should have.
That's brilliant.
Literally, like, and he knew then, but he knew.
Yeah.
Like, I can change things. I can make things happen. I show up all the time. He just knew, and it's acceptable. Like, I'm not under no illusion. Obviously, that's disappointed, but we all can't be Superman every day.
Yeah.
The best fighters in the world have off nights.
100%.
It just happens. It just defines how good you are. The old Rocky terminology, like, not how hard you can hit, it's how hard you can get hit.
Yeah.
And then
Love that.
get up and keep going.
Again.
Been through many things in life. This man beating me is just a lesson of it doesn't always go your way, and it's okay.
Yeah,
win or learn.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, and in boxing, it's snakes and ladders. I was up the ladder, now I've gone down on a snake. But
how you get back up though?
We get back up. We get back up, and like I said, the people that are in the boxing industry and like yourself and whatever, they're not stupid. They're not like,
definitely.
Oh, you know what? He's lost it. It's just a bad night.
Yeah.
And so. Maybe people will want to fight me more now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we get him at this right time.
Would you run it back?
I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would.
Would you reckon that's something that he would want to do?
You know what? Credit to him. I probably would if I was if he was. So I was meant to be that star boy, but you know what I mean. I was the favourite.
Yeah, of course.
So if I was him and it was
and you beat the favourite,
I'm moving forward.
Yeah, I've done now.
And there's nothing up with that.
Is that something that's been talked about? like running it back, or is it something that...
Not that I've really heard of, no.
Okay.
But I wouldn't expect him to.
Yeah.
More than a match exclusive here.
Yeah,
I wouldn't expect him to, like, he just...
He's done.
Right,
He's won.
He just won. So now, all right, let me get this world title shot, or let me get this. I understand the game. Like,
he's gone up the ladder.
I've gone down. So
yeah.
Unfortunately, some poor sod's gonna go and get him.
I love that. Yeah, I feel sorry for it. We'll be there on the next one.
Getting all my anger.
Yeah. No, it's brilliant. On to that, like you said, giving him full credit. You have had a change in trainers. Obviously, you left your uncle Pat Barrett, and you've now gone with Joe Gallagher. Just explain. Obviously, might not be any reason to it, any reason why you done that. Different style, different philosophy. Just talk us through that and the differences between.
You know what it is? I think my uncle Pat said it to me. Mm-hmm. He were. I'll just think you're right. I'll just do things differently next time. And we spoke on the phone, and he put it to me. Like maybe like try somewhere else, kind of thing. Because he knows me. Yeah. I've been in the gym, the same gym for 15 years. Skipped in the same spot for 15 years. A change is good. New scenery, different fighters.
Fresh start.
Yeah, different fighters around me. I need to start my authority. I believe I'm the guy now. Yeah. I'm the best fighter. I believe I'm the best fighter in the world, best fighter in Manchester. So I need to be the example of why. Yeah. You know what I mean? And my uncle Pat knows me more than anyone. As an athlete, I want to win everything. So he's the one who really said it to me.
How do you feel when he said that to you?
I was just like, huh?
Yeah.
You what? Yo, say that again. You say that again. But then,
digest it.
He knows best, for me. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't fell out. Guy was at my house every day. Yeah. Eating all my food.
You're not starving him now.
At my house the other day, for all my life since 16 upwards, I've never had an uncle. Mm-hmm. Never had an uncle. Mm-hmm. He's always been my coach. Yeah. He'd come to my house when my mum was there, and he'd go into uncle mode, and he'd be oh man, I'm his coach, and he'd slip back into coach mode.
I was going to ask you that. How did you distinguish him from being an uncle?
It's hard.
To a trainer?
I've never had it.
Yeah.
Never had that. I don't know what it's like. I know what it's like with my uncle Mike.
So did you just see him as an uncle or a coach?
I did see him as my uncle, but he didn't. Yeah. He see me as a nephew, but as I'm his student. Yeah. So he'd give it me harder in the gym. If I was late, he'd probably send me home because it makes these other guys think.
Don't want to show weakness, does it?
Nah, but it makes them think if he sends his nephew home, what are they going to do to me?
You don't get a pass because you're his nephew.
I think that's good though.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. It's made me the man
discipline.
It's discipline. And all I can do is thank him for showing me how to be a man. Even my uncle Mike, I cannot not mention him. If Pat was he showed me how to be a dad with his daughter Paris, and then I was do a lot of things he's doing with rocking to get to sleep. Just little minor things. Yeah. So I wouldn't be the man I am today without him, and even to the point of boxing, put me on his promotion. Yeah. Probably losing money.
So he's made the Flash.
He's made me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's the original Fast on the G. You know what I mean? He made me the way I am, and I have an uncle now where he rings me. I'm like, yes, Pat, what you saying? Where
before,
if it was coach, I'm like, what does he want, man? What have I done? What didn't I do? Yeah. Where now, yes, what you saying? You good, yeah? All right, sweet, come around, yeah. Have you got your son? Yeah, good daughter, yeah, sweet, come. Yeah. It's all it's
exciting for you.
New. It's new for me. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually new. Him ringing me, and there's no. You should be doing this or you should be whatever. Don't get me wrong, Uncle P is always going to have to say something about something which is positive for me. But, he was the one who suggested this, and I couldn't go to anyone else but Joe Gallagher. What a great trainer. I've been around Joe for years and I've always looked up to him, and I've always thought, God forbid, if anything happened to my uncle, I'd just go with Joe. Yeah. I've when Anthony Crawler boxed for Linares twice, I was his sparring partner. Yeah. Spent a lot of time at the gym. He boxed another fighter twice. I was the sparring partner. Was at the gym. I spent a lot of time with Joe, and he wasn't even my coach, and and he's a good guy, man. Mm-hmm. He's all for his fighter. He don't care about anything else. If they don't like to hear it, they don't like to hear it.
Harsh.
Yeah, he's just all for his fighter.
I seen it at the weekend with Natasha Jonas.
Yeah, he's all for his fighter, man.
He's really well established and well respected, and he's going through a difficult time at the moment with his health and stuff like that. And, we send our regards to him and stuff like that.
But that just shows, like, listen, Joel's one of the best trainers in the world, man. Look at his resume, says it.
Yeah.
World champion after world champion. Anthony Collar, Scott Quigg, Callum Smith, Liam Smith.
All these elite fighters.
Yeah.
All British champions coming out his ears. You know what I mean? It's not a fluke. Listen, all right, you can do it once, but you can do it 5 times.
Yeah,
it's not a fluke. He's a great trainer.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't be wasting his time with me. Like, with his illness and whatever. Like, I could have been a burden. Like, I've not really got time for you. Look, I am grateful that he's got time for me to train along with him and get his advice and and to listen to what he's got to say, and I'm grateful.
That must be great for you as well. You've had that disappointment, but someone like him and the caliber that he is, that wants to take you on. It's a great project for him, innit, as well?
He believes in me, We've had conversations and he believes in me. Like, he won't waste his time.
I love that.
He's got too much things going on. He's got other fighters. He's got great projects going on. He wouldn't waste his time, and I feel privileged to even be there. I even every session I do, I let him know all the time. I've just done this, Joe. I've just done that, Joe. Like, there's no catch with me. Sometimes you can get a good football player, but his attitude stinks. And you think, no wonder teams let him go. There's no catch. Brother,
you are what you get.
If he says jump, I'll jump the whole session. Till he says stop.
That's good though.
That's brilliant.
When it's time to knuckle down, like being in camp, there's no worrying with me. Where I am Saturdays, I'll be at home. You get me? Like, there's no catch.
Commitment.
There's no catch. Like I said, you can get good plays, but the attitude stinks. Or I'm a teacher's pet.
Disciplined.
I'm a teacher's pet. And have you seen Recess? I was saying to the guys in the gym, I'm like Randall. I'm like Randall. I'll be like, yo, why is he not doing that? I'm already doing it now. I don't care.
That's brilliant.
I'm like Randall in the gym. So man, like, I'm just fortunate, that I'm with a great trainer. Going from one great trainer to another great trainer, Yeah, man, it means a lot that he can even just take me on, and
it's brilliant.
I'm fortunate.
Let's strip it back then to where it all started, your boxing journey, and how you got into boxing.
So I was my older brothers used to go to a boxing gym in Ancoats. I used to train with Terry Flanagan, and there's like a 5-year gap and there's like another big year gap with me and my brothers. So I used to just go and hit the speedball. I was like 6'5", stand in a chair, just hit the speedball. I had long dreadlocks, and after a bit, just like hit the bag while training, and then started training with him, and then I didn't even like footballing. Just boxed.
You play football though, right? Little 5-a-sides and that. I've heard.
No, I used to play 11-a-side. Man.
Oh, okay.
It was alright.
Yeah.
How did you get the Flash then? Is that from football or boxing?
From boxing, my uncle Pat.
Right.
He was the Black Flash, so I'm brown. I just stole it. I stole that name. But I just trained, and then I was a ringer. So I had my first fight when I was 16.
Okay.
Beat up this poor kid, man. I've been boxing my whole life. This guy's like one fight. Yo, and I've got in there on my record. I've had obviously no fights, but I've been training. I've been doing this my whole life. I've been going boxing 4 times a week and football twice a week. I've been doing this. Got in there and absolutely bust him up. Done the Ali shuffle and all that. And it was in Crumpsall, so like everyone was there. Like when I'm hitting him with combination, you can hear people banging the walls and all that.
Was that getting you more like, I'm going to do it again?
I wanted to go.
Showman.
I was on my game, man. And ever since I got that, because it got to a point where I used to play football, play for a team. I've always been a swap to things. To anything that I love, I'm obsessed, and
you want to be the best.
Yeah, I'm the teacher's pet there, so
Randall.
I'm the Randall, man. So like when on Saturday nights we watching Match of the Day, cleaning my boots, rubbing dubbing on him and that Vaseline and all that. Yo, these guys are in flipping the park drinking Lambrini.
Preparation, mate.
You get me? And then I'd be there Sunday red there. Little tape on my ankles and all that.
Red going hat.
Yo, doing little stretches and focus and that. These men are like, yo, hands in the pants, like, yo, yesterday was sick, you know, them girls are bum and all. Like, yo, I'm thinking, I'm watching match today, going to sleep, thinking I'm Thierry Henry while you're out. Yo, they're out on the park drinking Lambrine and Carlin and whatever. And then I just thought, nah, that's not for me. I need to do something that I can control. Because I'll be do or dying on the pitch, and these men are just like
not taking it serious
because they're just probably a bit rough and whatever. So I just thought, you know what,
carrying the weight,
hung my boots up. Yo. But yeah, and then I was in college. Yeah, I'd done a joinery course, and my uncle Pat was like, "Do you really want a box?" So I was like, "Yeah, of course, man. Of course I want a box. Like I love it." He went, "Well, you have to put your eggs all in one basket. I'm gonna pull you out of college." I was like, "Yeah, thanks."
Love that.
But you're gonna go tell my mama. Yo, so he told my mum. I never knew this. Yeah, my mum fell out with my uncle. About 3-4 years.
No.
And I never knew.
Just my about the decision.
Yeah, because my mum was like,
baby.
I wanted him to have a backup.
Yeah.
And Pat's argument was, I never had a backup.
Yeah.
I was just doing it and and then my uncle's hard face just come to the house like normal. My mum making food like normal. But I never knew that they wouldn't speak. Yeah. No, she fell out with him. He didn't fall out with her. You get me? I never knew.
Yeah.
Yo. So I started winning belts as an amateur. My mum was always there anyway. And then he said, it really clicked when I won my first belt as a pro.
Yeah.
The English title. And then that's when, you know, it was alright. Well, I never knew that, but yeah, I had to just, I'm fortunate that I could just like not go to college and just train every single day in the gym. And yeah, man, you put all your eggs in one basket. And I've seen a mad like quote that Kobe Bryant said, you put all your eggs in one basket, and if they don't work, you get some more. You get me, like, and it's true. Like, to be the best, you just gotta like give it all, man.
Keep it moving.
Give it all, and then from what happened, maybe it's not for you, or maybe you made a mistake. We go again. So that's how I really got into boxing, just through like my older brother and whatever, and both of them, and then just flipping took it on.
That's brilliant. That, you know, we always ask this question to, you know, the footballers that we've had. What advice, you know, for the younger generation coming through, male or female, like boxers who love the sport, who love you, what advice would you give to them about, you know, applying the South the right way, and just the whole, you've been there, you've done it from a young age?
My best advice I can give is 2. Discipline, dedication. Like, be true to yourself. Like, don't worry what everyone else is doing. As long as you're disciplined, dedicated, and listening to what your coach says, that's okay. And Ricky Hatton said this to me: it's not where you start, son, it's where you finish. And that's always stuck with me. I never boxed for no GB. I never got called up for England. You know, there's a few fighters that never.
But look what you've achieved.
I was about to say, English, Commonwealth, European champion, boxed for the world title. Like,
this guy.
Top the MEN. From our parade, mate. Local kid. Like,
you know what? That must have been a mad feeling though. Like, because you're a local lad, like headlining the MEN. How many fighters, like the crawlers, the
Hattons,
big fighters, Hattons, everyone's done it, and your name is on that list.
It was sick, man. Like, it's an achievement, and that's what I'd say. Like, it's not where you start, man. It's where you finish. Like I said, I didn't box for no GB. Would have loved to, but you know, I had like 34 amateur fights, lost 4, like, and then started off small hall shows, and just obviously built up. But yeah, man, there's other fighters out there that's done the same. I'm sure Nick Ball didn't box for no GB. Josh Warrington,
he's exciting, that Nick Ball.
Yeah, he's a good fighter, man. Like, there's some fighters that you can beat the odds. You know, and I believe I'll be a world champion, and I must scream that. Like, yo, I didn't do none of that. I can do it now. Because I've achieved a lot, and some of these guys that have been on that platform, some of them ain't achieved what I've achieved. So
your record's good though, Zelfa, isn't it?
You know what?
Very good. Obviously 34 fights, 31 wins, 3 losses. It's a top record. He's just revealed our little thing. You can see it there. We're professionals here,
Zal. Well, that's some going, that, you know.
It is.
Do you know what I don't understand about boxing, like me? I always think, do you not get it hurt? Obviously, you've done it all your life, but even when you spar with your mates, sometimes I think I'm just going to kick him. You know what I mean? In the ring.
MMA.
Like, you must get that little rage, think, like, Like, I want to just, like you said before, just go all out.
I do. Listen, as a natural athlete, you have an urge to be the best. So you could be sparring a guy that you could be possibly better than, or don't want to take advantage of. And if you catch it, you think, all right, I'm gonna hit him.
You're like shit.
I'm gonna touch it to the body. Yo, but yeah, you do. But it's just about controlling it, you know, and.
Again, discipline, isn't it?
Guys that you don't know you're sparring, it's on, brother.
Me versus you, let's go.
I don't know you.
Is he a lot of that though? Like when someone walks in the gym, I'm not saying like you size them up and that, but you got to earn the respect, right?
Nah,
it's like you now going into this new gym, like not being funny. They know who you are, they know your reputation, but like you've got to earn their respect. It's like a new guy coming into the dressing room, isn't it? With football.
Yeah, of course. Listen, that's normal, and it's all more of let's see the hype then. Kind of thing. If someone new come to the gym and they've been to a good fight, I'll be like, all right, well, let me see how good they are then.
Yeah,
let me see the hype. And obviously, down to being an athlete and being an elite athlete, you want to prove the hype. You want to show I'm that guy for a reason.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Influences. Obviously, we like to ask this, don't we? Like influences growing up. Who was?
Obviously, you mentioned Uncle Pat and Uncle Mike. Who else?
How as an athlete or just as a person?
Anyone you looked up to?
Looked up to?
You know what? I looked up to my older brother. He just died. But the only reason I looked up to him because he was just handsome. And I just wanted to look like him.
I was not expecting. When he started laughing, I was like, "Why is he laughing?"
Nah, I swear down, like I used to just think, "Am I gonna look like you?" Yeah. I swear. And then that's who I looked up to. That's who I looked up to because just. Whatever it was, he had it. I don't know whatever it was. I remember going out for my birthday one time, first 18th birthday, yeah, and this girl was like Miss Europe. Yeah, I just looked at him and went, "Oh my God!"
You're like, "It's my birthday."
Yeah, it's my birthday. And like he was just in the corner, just being himself,
chilling.
And I was like,
"Would you say you got that?" Got that from him, did you? He's like
in boxing, in boxing, definitely.
Yeah. It's more than a match.
Yeah, but I was just trying. I'm trying to be like him. Yeah, but I looked up to him and like, because I was the mummy's boy. I used to spend a lot of time with him, and he used to talk to me all the time and be whatever. And yeah, that's who I did look up to. And obviously, Uncle Pat and Uncle Mike, father figures in my life. Yeah. My older brother Evander taught me how to ride a bike. So there's a lot of people in my family, Michael, Tyler, like all the males in my family are older than me. I looked up to all of them because they all seen, obviously there was no father figure, so they all, every time they was around, they all
arm around you.
Yeah, all of them
looked after you.
All of them, man. Like I said, even Stephen, if I forgot some names, then sorry, but anyone that's any male that's been older than me in my family, they've all like had that little soft spot for me. You know
Do you think
what I mean?
it affected you not having a father figure?
No.
Don't
get me wrong, life's crazy. I see him now. You know, he's around now. I'm more closer to his sister, my auntie. She's like my mum now, and Tracy, my neighbour there, like they've took that role of. But no, because look where I am now. Yeah. You know, and you don't cry over spilt milk. It is what it is, innit? You know, I've had good guidance. I've been taught how to be a man. You know, so it didn't affect me in a way. Only in school I feel awkward when it'd be Father's Day. Yeah, I ain't going. Yo, I ain't going.
Why do you think he's going dead deep and then comes out with something?
I ain't going. Nah, but because it makes me laugh because I think those them little memories that you just think, you know, I'm making cars and I was like.
To your mum.
I better make one for my mum.
Why you make one for your mum? To your mum. Happy Father's Day.
None of your business, man. Sure.
Is there any influences in boxing that you looked up to? Any like fighters?
So we have footballers. So like watching
James DeGale. Never forget this day in my whole entire life. I sat in London's in his bedroom and watching James DeGale versus
Lyndon Arthur, right?
Yeah. Andre Durrell. He won the world title in America. I looked at London and gave me a good moment. I was like, yo, we can do this, you know. We can be world champions. Like, look what he's just done. James DeGale, I've never said this before, like, he's the guy that made me believe in myself. Like, we can do this. Like, we can actually go and be. Bear in mind, he was an Olympian gold medalist, won the Olympic Games. He was bad boy, but he just gave me that belief of, because you know he was not. I can't remember if he was the underdog, but he wasn't favorite. I don't think he was favorite to win. 100 there, I was a bad boy American.
Beat odds.
Yeah, he beat the odds, and he really did make me, believe that we can be world champions. There's a fighter called Reece Roberts. He owns Pure Silk Barbering, one of the best barbers in Manchester.
Shout out.
Shout
I
out to
can
him.
do a good job with mine.
Oh,
what did he do with mine?
He can line you up.
Are you sure?
The thumb.
God damn. But yeah,
good job. I told you, didn't I? I can't give it him back. He could knock me out, innit?
He was an excellent boxer. Probably one of the most gifted fighters I've ever seen in my life. Like, he'd block a 4-punch combination with one hand. Like, bap, bap, bap. He's just so slick. He was just. You would have been around football players like that, and you think this guy just got it.
Yeah.
And he used to take his time to like teach me. And another fighter, Scott Quigg, former world champion.
Scott Quigg, good fighter.
You know, he's done the same as me. He was at my gym. Now he moved to Joe Gallagher's, and I look up to Scott. That's who I base my dedication, hard work because of him. He was like a monk. You know, he was always fit, always running. The guy was just unreal.
Machine.
He knew maybe his boxing ability wasn't the best. He was still elite.
But he sharpened everything around
But he sharpened, he knew in his head.
He's always small, wasn't he, as well?
Yeah,
Always
he knew
small.
in his head,
Yeah.
I can punch for 5 minutes straight.
Yeah.
And then have a 30-second rest and go again.
Yeah.
And the way he was, and the way he used to like program his mind, the reason why I'm like I am is because of him. Because his mindset and the way he used to train and think was unreal. I always used to say, if there's dedication in the dictionary, his name would be on that list.
Yeah.
I'll be somewhere, but he got facts even when he was out of camp, he was just in camp.
Yeah.
Probably like die if he had a McDonald's.
Yeah.
You know, he was that guy.
Like that, are you eating it?
He was that guy.
You say their definition, like talk to us about like the hardest challenges that people don't see with the boxing, like the training, the sacrifices,
cutting weight, gaining weight,
everything.
Because that is in itself is mentally.
Well, we seen Zelfa, didn't we?
Yeah.
The day before you fight,
and you look good.
and you look good.
Ready.
You look lean.
No,
you look strong.
it was obviously dieting's hard. You know, mentally it's hard. You know, and the fight week you bring it down and whatever. But I'd just say, listen, when you get shot, you're gonna get wet. Training's got to be hard. You've got to run outside. That's the standard. Getting hit standard. Where what people don't see is I just feel like when you don't see children, in like
sacrifice.
The sacrifices are crazy, man. Like I've sacrificed a lot, birthdays, whatever, Christmases, New Year's. I'll never change it. But when I can't see like my children, it's a bit of a.
It's difficult.
But it's for the best, because you need to be focused, you need to be locked in. But I'd just say that's the hardest bit. Training is meant to be hard.
You're going and again, like if you're doing your thing and the best of your ability, long term they will win.
That's where it's understandable. But me personally, I just find that hard.
Yeah, no.
I just find that hard.
It's a solo sport as well.
It is.
It's really difficult. Again, we mentioned it at the start. Like you've got 10 other players in football. If you're having a stinker, then someone else can pull you out.
Yeah.
Mate, if you're having a stinker in boxing, it's really tough, innit? It's like you're getting smacked in the face by.
Sometimes you think like, yo, just get this done. Like, say if you're having like.
No, I'll be real like so. Sprints wise, or running because I want to win everything. So. And it's hard, so I just think, you know what? It's only 15. Just get it done. Yeah. Just chop it out. That's what I just think.
We're in that ring.
In the ring, I enjoy being in the ring. Like, I enjoy it. That's why we train. That's what we do. But I just feel like when it could be like a Friday. This is the old training regime with Uncle P. And you're tired. You sparred twice that week. You just sparred that day, and you've got 20 sprints.
Yeah.
And you just think, you know what, let's just chop this out. Let me just get this done. I don't even want to think. Don't talk to me. Put my headphones in.
I'm doing it.
So let me just do it, and then
once it's done, it's like yes.
No, but then it's mad because when you're in like your 12th one, you think, yo, you do what you just want. Your mindset how you started it, you just totally changed.
Because you're nearly there though, that's why.
Yeah, you're at the finish line.
Yeah.
Obviously, you mentioned your mum playing a big part in your boxing. I'm a mummy's boy as well because I've not had a father figure like yourself. So it was just me, my mum, and my nana. What role did your mum play in your boxing?
She played a massive role. So I was a mad mummy's boy. Like one time with my ex, I was like, oh, I need to ring my mum. She's like, why? I said, I just need to tell her I love her.
Oh,
Swear on.
Yeah.
So I just belled her. I said, Mum, what you doing? You okay? I said, yes, son, I'm good. Just, I love you. Just wanted to let you know that. She said, oh, I love you too, son. I'll see you tomorrow. I said, I'll see you. And then my ex was doing like, wow, this guy's a little proper mummy boy, innit? Like, but she played everything to me, man. Used to be always at the weigh-ins. I could hear her all the time when I'm fighting. She'd say the wrong things, but I couldn't say she'd say the wrong thing. Keep on in.
I know that's my mum there.
Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, she's a big influence, man. And, you know, I believe, you know, God puts the hardest tasks on people who can handle it, you know what I mean? And you know, she's played, even though she's not a physically, she's played a big part in my career now, you know, because it makes me grind harder and think harder and want to do things more because I feel like I need to make her proud, you get me? So she's a big influence still now, you get me?
It's inspirational, stuff like that. I know sure you went through a mad difficult time. You know, my mother's still here. You know, yours is. I can't imagine what you went through during that difficult time.
It was like traumatic. I'll be real. I've never spoke about this.
No, we appreciate it. We appreciate it.
So, but like, no one doesn't even know. I don't even tell my friends because I just think you can't relate to me because you would never know.
Yeah.
So like, it's a gift and a curse because she see my first breath and I seen her last breath. I was there when she died, innit? Like, I was physically there. Me and my uncle Pat. So, you know, we spoke about it before, me and Pat in the past. But like, it really did affect me because I had to do things that I shouldn't have done. Like, I had to bath my mum and that, and just the things I remembered of my mum because she was there. I took her to Wilms Hospital, and then they put her in hospital and whatever. And she died 2 weeks later. So it was too fast.
Yeah.
Like
the process.
The process was rapid and it just changed me as a person. Like, that's why when you see, I always laughing and buzzing because I appreciate you now.
Yeah.
Because one thing my Uncle Pat always says is, death is always promised. You're promised to die. That's one thing you're promised in life. Yeah. But you just don't know when it is. So that's kind of like
stuck with
me differently, where I don't hate no one in this world now. I don't hate no one. I can dislike people's actions, but I don't hate you because imagine having an altercation with somebody or not forgiving somebody or something like that and then the past. How would you feel? You'd be like, that was so minor. It was so stupid. So it's humbled me in that way. I was humble anyway, but it's humbled me in that way. And like I said, the first 6 months and that, I never spoke to no one about it. Don't need a psychiatrist, like.
But everyone grieves in different ways.
Yeah, I was just like, I couldn't get almost face out my head.
Yeah.
Of like, because she had to get like pressure from my brain, like water out and whatever, something, and the hair was shaved and that. And the stuff I had to do, like bath and get her changed and all that. When everyone kept on saying to me, oh yeah, you remember your mum, how she used to be. And I'm like, nah, it's hard because
you've seen it.
You didn't see what I see. You got like the back of it, where they put it into, is it palliative care, where she can die at home and whatever. That's the bit y'all seen. I was in the
struggle,
the war, literally on my own. Like
someone you love so much, and you're watching this happen.
It was then. I lost mum. I lost a best friend and a mum.
Everything felt like
no one like
so
and.
Hard.
That was the hardest thing with it because I didn't lose one person, I lost 2. And that's why I wish I can share it now, innit? But that's why I didn't really speak about it to no one because no one could understand me. Only my Uncle Pat could because he lost his mum when he was so young. But not not traumatic how I did. I was there.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it's an anti.
Yeah.
Listen, it's still bad. I'm not sugarcoating
yeah, but
it.
it's your mum.
Still
It's your
bad.
mum at the end of the day, 100%.
I know, but especially when you're a mummy's boy.
Yeah, yo, double impact, man.
Double impact.
I wouldn't even mind. I would have preferred to someone ring me.
Yeah.
You get me? Like, I was there,
Yeah.
and that feeling how I felt, bro. I just was like, that first year, 6 months, I felt like I was in airplane mode. Like, she died June. I boxed August. I boxed December. How I was as a person then, I'm different now.
Yeah.
Like, I've come through it now and I'm like, yo. But then I just used to think like,
how did that impact your boxing? Do you think like you said you lost her in June and you boxed in August? Like,
I needed it.
It's a quick turnaround.
Yeah, I needed it because boxing saved my life. My brother died. He got stabbed. And then again, I don't know what it is. God puts the most hardest things on the people who can do it. I was there when he died too. I was in the hospital. They turned the machine off. I just seen his chest stop me. Like, so I needed to. Boxing saved my life because if I didn't box, I'd be on some different revenge path or
don't know where.
I don't know where I'd be.
Yeah.
Boxing saved my life. Like, so when he died, I was running like the day after. People was like, yo, you okay? I needed it.
That's your escape.
Because if I didn't, I'd be at home just
thinking so many
in
things.
4 walls. Just
You said
thinking.
it though, didn't you? Grieve comes in different ways.
It comes in different ways, man.
Massive.
And that's why sometimes before my fights I used to cry. I used to have a picture of my mum and be like, right,
You with me tonight?
I stop doing that now because I'm over it. Don't get me wrong, I don't ever go to a grave or nothing because that's just a corpse. I mean, that's just a body. A corpse is always with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, a spirit's always with me all the time.
There,
like,
always
I don't
watching.
need to go to there. I remember my uncle Pat telling me like, you know, people that go on the ground, like just a body, worms eat them, whatever. Like, your spirit's always with you all the time, and I believe that. So when I come to terms with that, I was thinking, I don't need to get upset no more. She's proud of me no matter what. Don't get me wrong, time is not a healer. It hurts more because I've achieved a lot more, elevated, and
you feel like she's missed out.
But she'd be
still there with you, though. She's still there.
I would have just loved to see her face looking at my son, looking at my 2 daughters. Like, I would still love to see her face, but you know, that's why I say with time, it's not really healing because the more you're improving, the more
you feel like she's missed.
You just think, wow, like, if he was there now and this, that, the other one, and but that was a period in my life where, like I said, I've never told no one. Like,
we appreciate.
It really did affect me.
Yeah.
Like, it really did affect me. I never told nobody, not my friends, no one. I only used to speak to my Uncle Pat and my Auntie Michelle. But it really did.
So when you speak to people, do you think it helped you?
You know what? I'd be real because no one couldn't relate to what I was actually feeling. No, like just being a mummy's boy. Then my mum was my boy.
Yeah, you can go to one of you and ask her something.
I'd be upset about Pat. You can be doing this, man. Like,
she'll have all the answers as well.
Did she ever have a word with him?
Get him out there for some food.
Probably.
I put some in his food.
Yo, probably. I spiked it. Yo, probably.
Watch yourself.
She's gonna fall asleep in 5. But like, I never did because I just feel like, without being rude, like, if someone's got their mum still, they can't relate to how I am.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And you know what? It's like, not 1 in a million, but most people got the mums. So, out my friendship group, I'm like the only one whose mum passed. You get me? So that's why I never spoke to anyone about it, and because they wouldn't have nothing to say.
Yeah.
They would.
Are you okay?
Yeah, like
it makes you feel worse.
Yeah,
I think.
So like, I just kept it in, and I just expressed myself through training, and through running, and
channeled it
through there. But then, like now, like maybe if they're watching this, people, saw my friends or whatever, maybe they probably would realize like why I'm so different now than when I was there.
I think it's so important as well to make memories, bro, with people you love, because like obviously you don't know.
You don't know what's happening.
That's why I'm how I am now.
Yeah.
I've realised life is to be lived, and you know, you want to make memories and forgiveness, man, and don't hold grudges, don't hate people, don't. You using energy to dislike someone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, my mum used to say, if you're friends with a thief, you can love him, you can be friends with him, but don't leave nothing around him. Because you know they're gonna rob you. But that doesn't mean that you're not gonna love him and they're not gonna have your back. They might rob you, but they'll still defend you.
It's your own fault for leaving stuff around.
That's what I say. So that's why it's like, if one of your friends or a person you associate with is a certain way, then I just accept them for how they are.
Yeah.
It's never gonna change them, because they would have changed by then. Maybe I wouldn't wish what's happened to me on anyone, but maybe something like that to happen to him, it might strip him down and humble him. Because it did strip me down, really did strip me down, and how I look at life. So something might get you mad, and I wouldn't even be mad at it. I'd be like, you know,
is what it is.
Minor. And you'd be probably thinking,
Ras.
And a lot of people don't know why I think like this.
Because obviously I love growing all the time,
and I know that life's so short. I never thought it would have happened to me. My mum getting cancer. She was the youngest in the family. She's like 53 or something. Like, so when it happens to you,
it's like, right.
It's like, wow, yo, life is real. Like,
different outlook.
Yeah, things can happen. Like, you think things can happen to you.
That's like you said, because you never think it's gonna happen.
You never think. So
something happens.
That's why my mindset, I just changed. I swear, that period of when my mum passed, I was. In my head, I was in the outside, I was all good, but in the inside, I was burnt.
Yeah, but that's you though as a person. Obviously, if people know you from a person, you're a smiley, energetic guy. So if people don't see that, they know something.
No, but I was just keeping up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a mask.
Yeah, I literally was blagging where
but
inside.
Then it's draining though.
I was upset.
It is draining though, because you go home and you be the real you where you can grieve but as soon as you step out of that house,
I'm having to put, like I said,
just face on.
Put a little face on where. Now it's different. Now back to me, how I am, and that's why I said, you know, I don't hate no one. I don't dislike no one. I can dislike people's ways, and that's only because life's short. Literally, life's so short. When you really deep things, it's like it's short. You know what? Just live life and
make memories.
And
because the only thing you remember people from.
Don't hold grudges, because you'd be gutted if that person was to pass and you held a grudge, and you'd probably think, you know what, it's minor.
And
you know what, that's my mindset. That's how I think. That's why when you see me on the time, I'm like, because I enjoy your company. Because you don't know what can happen.
That's why you tell people as well, if, love them.
Yeah,
it's little things message. Like that. Tell people you love them, because, like you said, you don't know, and you don't want to be regretting saying, "Oh, I didn't check up on."
But it's hard. It's hard for people to do stuff like that
when you've not gone through.
If you've never been through trauma, and trauma can make you or break you, and it's made me perform, do things, act a certain way, be humble. That kind of thing has made me. It's like a reality check. Sometimes every now and then we all need a reality check. Maybe the things you don't like to hear. My Uncle Pat always tells me the things I don't like to hear when it comes to boxing, you know. But it made me the way I was.
You know what? That's a fantastic message, very inspiring, and we appreciate obviously you sharing that. You never shared that with anyone.
No, I've never ever spoke. I've never, the man you knew me for years. I've never ever spoke about my mum.
No, and I think we appreciate that massively.
Because I can feel
safe and you feel comfortable.
It's because I can now, because
and you're at peace.
I'm at peace with it. And you know, it is what it is, kind of thing. And I believe in God, so God's plan. Where when it happened, I still believed in God anyway. But I was just mad. Why though? She's a good person. She don't harm no one. She just did. And then I was fighting my own demons in my own head, and nobody knew, because it was a mask. I'd probably go home and get upset. And
like you said, doing it away from everybody. Yeah, because I didn't want.
Because my thing is I didn't want nobody to feel sorry for me.
That's what. Come on, that's like me. That's how I feel.
So that's the one thing I don't want. Don't feel sorry for me.
I don't want to burden you with my problems.
Yeah, standard.
You know what though? What I'll say here is, to anybody who's watching, that's going to be so inspiring and give them a voice. And that's what we want. We want your story is going to educate people, even though you don't realise it. So for you to share that with us and yourself, obviously with your opinions, that's amazing. And for people that are going through grief,
going to the grief, man, one thing to deal with grief is how you feel comfortable dealing with it. Like if it's running, I know running helps.
Yeah.
When after a run, your mind, you're like, little
even mental health as well.
Yeah, little tiny problems. When after you run, you just
music.
Music helps.
Music,
walking, boxing,
anything
football,
that caters
anything
to you,
that you like to do, and even talking to somebody, that can help. I just didn't
know how to.
I didn't know how to.
Yeah, some people don't know.
And I didn't want to. I didn't want to let people feel sorry for me and to tell people things that they've not been through it. So
but also, the person that you would talk to is your mum.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
how can you?
And that was the hardest thing. And that's what I said to my uncle Mike and my uncle Pat. Like, but the people that I put the problems on, like my mum, they're not there no more. So that safety net now is no safety net. Yeah. Pat, I can't call you to you. I can't tell them you to you. You get me? Yeah. So like, it took me a minute to like really open up.
Yeah.
I done something similar like this with Jess. We was in Miami, and I spoke like this to him, and you know, he was blew away. It threw him off for a minute.
Jesse Lingard.
When I told him what. Because he done like a little podcast thing, and I told him personally.
What do you mean? He's doing competition with more than a match. Jesse Lingard, man, there, or what?
This is 3 years ago.
Don't try to defend him.
I was getting scared of the RH in the middle, innit? That's it.
I spoke with him, and Sonny was there, and Brandon was there, and I didn't mean to dampen the mood. Just told him how I felt and whatever, and it just threw him off. Like, Jess was just like,
Ross.
Yeah, he's looking at me and like...
You would have never knew.
Yeah, he never knew. And that's what he was like. He was like...
I would have never
knew that, bro.
Bet he wished that you would have told him earlier though, didn't he? As a friend.
I think he did. I didn't... It just kind of... We didn't speak about it again. Yeah. Because...
It's not an awkward topic, but it's something that...
Wow, when you like someone so much, you don't want someone to feel down or be whatever. So then he was like... I could see it, even when we went for food and that, it was just like... I wonder if someone was looking at you to say, how are you so nice and so bubbly? And
how did I not know that?
And the way you are, and you've been through that. And
I didn't clock it.
And even Sonny and Brandon knew it anyway, but everyone, the whole room, it just felt, everyone was just like, wow. But I was like, yo, man, like,
it's like, I'm like, I'm alright.
Like, this is my life, and if that's the obstacles I have to go through and then going back to Ricky. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. You know what I mean?
I know, we appreciate you sharing.
But I don't mind, like, of course for Dean for you, but I don't mind because I can speak about it now. And without getting upset, without feeling a certain way where if this was like a couple of years back,
would you not shared?
Nah, because I wasn't comfortable in myself. Like I said, I was still winning titles, I was still training hard, I was still doing whatever. But a little fraction inside me, I just couldn't do it because any of my close friends will never know this. They'd be watching this and be like, wow. And they'd probably be mad and be like, well, why are you not letting me know?
Sorry, lads. Sorry, more than a match, innit? I'm sorry. Sorry.
No, but also, you're bigging your mum up and telling everyone how much of an inspiration she was to you.
Yo, she was my biggest inspiration. Like, obviously, aside John and that, like, she was my biggest inspiration. But you know, it's life in it, and we move forward, and I'll always carry that flame of her around me. Don't get me wrong, you know, it is a touchy subject for me, and but if someone was to ask me now, how did you do things, and what made you do this, and what made you do that, and what was your mindset, I'd explain, you know, and I'd tell the truth too. I'd be like, you know what, I was burnt, you know, like I was burnt, and I just used to laugh and smile, but inside, when I used to spend time alone, I used to get upset, and I used to just sometimes just sit in my house without a TV on and just think. Where now I know, just go for a walk, man. Like, I don't do that now, but back then, like, if I was to see myself back then,
you would tell yourself.
I'd tell myself like, open the door, breathe, man. Let the air in, like. Don't contain it all in, like, going. That's why I used to run all the time and whatever. But the little moments where I did feel like that, I just masked it and hid it away and hid it away and hid it away, and you know, I've done that with my brother when my brother died, and I hid it away for years, and then one time I just cried. And it got me mad because I cried in somewhere that I should never have cried in front of. No, I swear. Even now I kick myself. Why? But
it's power. But what? It's
that's what happens.
Powerful message.
It gets you when you least expect it.
Yeah.
When you hide things and mask things,
They'll always be in the back of your head, but they always come back.
Yeah. Listen, you can never hide and mask things. It comes and gets you.
Creeps on.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
You like. You think, oh, I've got this under control. 4, 5 years, 10 years can go by.
Yeah.
Best believe there's going to be a time. It's just gonna come out, and you know what? It's like poisoning your body. You know, when you're stressed and whatever, you're poisoning your blood, your mindset. Like, best thing is to do is just try and get it out. And like I said, in my own head back then, I just thought I didn't want no one to feel sorry for me, and you will never understand how I felt because you got mums.
Yeah. I think that's a pride thing.
Yeah,
well,
it probably was
because
a pride thing.
Me as a friend, if Dee or yourself come to me with something that how you feel, I would really want to help. I would want to listen, and I think that's why I'm saying it's a powerful message for the audience to see that, because you know you've developed that resilience now where you can talk about it. That's took you a long time to do. Maybe back then, like if you would have talked to someone, it wouldn't have took you as long.
Nah,
you know what I mean? Which is but again, everyone
pride then saying like my pride was just like.
You're a fighter, mate.
Yeah, and I didn't want people to feel that was the thing. I just didn't want no one to be
You're
like
fighting something yourself.
But to be fair with you, and you know, coming out with sunshine or like, it's just made me bulletproof.
Yeah, I love
like
it. Yeah.
Mentally, like what people want to say about me, or certain situations, like there's nothing, or fighting somebody, there's nothing that can hurt me more than losing my mum and John and Wayne. Like so. Me fighting this guy my weight.
Yeah.
You think you're gonna hurt me, bro?
Yeah.
Come on, man. I've had heartache differently, and that's where even with this, my last fight, like I've overcome harder things than this. What I just need to knock my next guy out, and I'm back to where I am.
Skyrockets you again, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm on me. It's on me. Makes my journey even sweeter. But like, I ain't been through anything hard enough. Like I've just been through then. So
yeah.
It's nothing to me. It's just a part of my journey. So like the message would be, people are watching this is like, don't be afraid to speak. Don't let your ego take over yourself. Don't think, oh, I don't want you to feel sorry for me. Even if I'm not saying get like a psychiatrist, because I'm not saying that.
Even a journal.
About to but maybe speak it to somebody that's a fresh ear.
Yeah.
You get me, like instead of speaking to the same person all the time. Sometimes when you speak to people, you don't want an answer, you know. You just want to get it out.
Listen.
Yeah, and some people try to give too many answers out.
Because they think it's helpful.
And all you need is an ear, and then that's it, and then you'll feel miles better. Like I've done it. Spoke with my uncle, spoke with my auntie Michelle and Tracy and whatever, and my uncle Mike, and I felt a lot better, you know. And it's good. So that would be the message to
That's brilliant.
To speak out in it, because you don't want it to be a burden. It can ruin certain maybe relationships, friendships, business. You know, little things like that. Where if I was to speak out, maybe I could have done this earlier. I don't know. Y'all could have done this before, and but
no one knows. So
no one knows, but I'm glad I'm at the point where I can speak about it.
I could speak about this all day. I think it's amazing what you've come in and said, how powerful it is. And
but this is the first time ever, though.
I know, mate, but I just feel like for the viewers that are watching, to share this with us, it's powerful, mate. How many people in the world, like maybe not your situation, but like are struggling, mate, and they lost someone. So for you to come on and speak the way you have, it's power. I could speak about it all day, honestly. But I've got to move it on.
Let's go.
Because we've got to do some quick fire stuff. But no, thank you so much. Biggest fear that you've ever overcome in the ring? Quick fire. We'll do this quick fire. We'll put him on the spot.
Well, look, losing. I've lost.
Yeah.
You know. And
so is that a fear before you go in there?
A fear with losing anyway, but
yeah,
losing.
Okay. Fair. What about you? Obviously, you're not a fighter, but what's your biggest fear going onto that football pitch? I've put him on the spot here.
Yeah.
Put you on the spot.
I think penalties is one.
Is it?
Missing a pen.
Is it?
Oh. You're stepping up and you're like the 4th, 5th one and everyone's scored. You're like, yo, if I it's a long walk back, you know. You think, yo.
Don't listen, they're like, oh, it's lucky they're thinking,
You're shit, you. You are crap.
You got us kicked out.
And look, keep your head up, you shit.
Keep your head up, bro.
I wanna.
What's your fear?
What's my fear? Oh, the host is getting. I don't know.
Yo,
you know what? I don't know. It's a very good question, but I want to, like yourself, and like you want to be the best. You want to be the best at what you do. So every day you wake up and you want to be the best that you do, and not having that you want people to recognise you to be right. If someone wants training, they go to RH. I don't want to be that guy that they don't think about. That's my biggest fear. Oh, my customers have gone elsewhere now because they've heard me think, God damn, working baby. Eddie Hearn.
Great guy.
Let's talk about Eddie Hearn because, again, a lot of people, massive personality, you know.
Yeah, I like Eddie personally. I think he's cool. Cat's got the cream, like I said. He knows what to say, he knows what to do. You don't ever catch him off guard. Guy's prepared all the time. He's just professional what he does. Other people might have other opinions about him. They might. But I think he's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think he's a cool guy.
He's like you said there, Zalfa.
I got a good question here.
He's one of them, isn't he? Like he's
got
the gift of the gab. But like if
he's snapping it with it.
Yeah.
He's always got an answer.
That's what I mean.
He's so swift and quick, and
you can't catch him off guard. He's always ready.
Go on, D.
Is anyone you would want to fight?
Oh, exclusive on More Than a Match, is it? Who's it? Yeah.
Actually, let's past or present.
Who would want to fight again?
No, you know what? No, he's not getting away with it.
No, we'll go back to that. So like,
you can't really look at the smile on his face.
I'd love to fight any world champion.
Any world champion. So your aspirations to be a world champion?
Yeah, I will be.
Yeah, you will.
Is anyone in particular you want to fight?
I love that. No, it's brilliant.
Anyone in particular you want to fight?
Anyone? There's not no one that don't really bother me. Anyone.
Yeah.
All right. What about in the past?
I'd love to fight Ronnie Clark again. The guy who beat me first loss.
Okay.
Because I took that fight on 2 week notice. My first ever 12 round in my life. Never done 12 rounds in training. I was meant to fight an 8 round.
What's he doing now with his? Is he still?
Nah, he's
no. Is he not? So that's never gonna.
Never ever.
Because you again, yeah.
Ever. Yeah. But I'd love to fight him with a full camp.
Yeah, and then run it back.
But I've also got to thank him because he made me a man. He made me be solid mentally because I got slated all over Twitter.
Yeah,
because boxing's next biggest thing. Got beat, and then he burnt me. Yeah. I didn't want to leave my house and all that because I thought everyone was looking at me, but that did make me. So I can thank Ronnie. Nice one, brother. You know what? Yeah,
win or learn, mate.
Yeah, and I learned a lot, and yeah.
I want to talk about Misfits. The boxing, what's your opinion on that?
Listen, boxing's boxing. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of boxing it is. It's still bringing a crowd. And if you've never watched boxing before, then you watch Misfits. Boxing's legendary, so you'll go back. Someone who's never watched boxing before, they'll watch that and they'll be like, "Oh, I like boxing." And they might go back and look at boxers from 1960s, and then they've just become a fan. And
because we know Danny Simpson and all.
Yeah, Danny's a good guy, man.
Danny trained at your uncle Pat Barrett, and he done it, and it's brilliant. It's loved it. He wants to get in there again, doesn't he? And have a go, and he done well.
He's surprised.
He done well, mate. He's jab, mate. He can get behind the jab and all sorts.
To be honest, I thought he won that fight.
Yeah, I thought he won that fight, and it's no disrespect to that Danny Aarons as well, because to get in there, you were a warrior just to get in there.
Yeah, listen,
but he definitely won that fight for me. Run it back. You got to run it back. Danny's got to run it back with Danny, hasn't he? Danny Aarons.
What do you think about the egg? Eubank and Conor Benn.
Listen, that's just sold an extra 50,000 tickets.
You're bringing the money, baby.
That was a good move, man. A good PR move, anyway.
What have you got planned then for next fight?
Bring in the egg.
Piece of ham. Ahmed.
Yeah,
this guy's sick.
That's mad how we done that, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's mad. Yeah, guy was like,
he's ready.
No, it was mad. Yeah, because when he chatted to me, I thought he was doing a bad man thing. Like, what? My man was just opening.
Oh, boy, he slapped it right off his head.
I just thought it was like, what? I can't hear what you're saying. And then he just like slowly.
It looked hard as well,
mate.
Nah, that would have got me so mad. Like,
Would you? Is it on site that then?
That's like forget the fight
Corridor.
Yeah.
Them man always say they're
Done.
fighting for millions in it, but we can't be staying in a hotel, same hotel, or
Yeah, that's going off,
can't,
isn't it?
me and you can't ever see each other.
Who have you got? Who have you got out of them two? Who's the winner? Sorry to put you on the
It's
spot.
a tough fight. It's a tough fight. Obviously, Connor's moving up in weight, 2 weights. Chris is obviously a middleweight.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a tough fight, man. It's hard to judge because I know after the first round or the first 10 seconds, it's just hard to judge because
both top fighters, though, aren't they?
wicked fighters.
Yeah.
Connor's wicked. Chris is
explosive. It'll be a good fight. That
I just don't know how to. All it is I'm just glad they're both fighting and making money, and can secure the family.
Yeah, he's just sat on the fence with that answer, though, isn't he?
Yeah, it's alright.
Right on the fence.
See that there?
Like, yo, you winning it?
See, I got that. D, you got a question that you ask the guests on the final question. Obviously, it's different because it's boxing, but
so overall, what would you say boxing has taught you as a person, or anything? What has it taught you in life?
Discipline. You know, when it's fight time or whatever, you're in camp, don't go out. Resilience, not being able to see my children and whatever. Missing family parties and a lot of Christmases but boxing's my life, so I can only thank boxing because it's got everything I want and more, and it's got my respect, and people look up to me. You know, I was just a kid off the estate and with a dream, and you know, boxing's give me the things and put me in positions, and still is. And yeah, man, it's a unforgivable sport though. Like I said, it's been beat. Not like football where I can play the next game and you're as good as your last game, boom, done. I've got to wait maybe May, June to
get back in
I've
there.
already put that behind my head already. Like I said, never ever will disregard Jazza, but that just wasn't the best version of me. He didn't beat the best version of me. Had a bad day in the office.
Go again, no, win and learn.
Yeah, we go again. And, you know, whoever I fight,
good luck to
yeah,
We'll be there.
We'll be there. More than a match.
doubt.
Ringside.
No
and that. Is it
doubt.
ringside? Is it now? Ringside tickets? Isn't it?
Y'all can get ringside.
Hey, you heard that, yeah? You heard that for the camera, yeah?
The script.
But nah.
Coming soon.
But you know what? On the end, no, like, boxing just taught me how to be a man, how to look after myself, and discipline, and just mentally making me feel good. You know, I've been through tough times in life. You know, tough times don't last forever, man. You know, tough people last, and with boxing, it's really, it's like being an artist. I can channel my emotions, how I feel in the training, in the fights, without legally and without breaking any laws, and you know. So boxing's everything. You know, there's some boxers out there that don't like boxing, but they're just good at it. I just love it. I love everything about the sport. And on to end it, I'd like to thank my Uncle Pat for everything he's done for me. You know, he's taught me well and taught me everything I know in boxing. You know, and I'd like to thank Joe Gallagher too for, you know, letting me train in his gym and
believing in you.
Believing in him and putting me under his wing. Obviously, Black Flash Promotions, my uncle's promotion. You know, like I said, he's invested in me from a young age, and probably lost money in me or whatever. But yeah, man, I just like to thank them too, and yeah.
And we'd like to thank you as well for coming on and sharing your story, because it's obviously it's a touchy subject.
Yeah,
for
of course, it was touchy, but you know, it's life.
I appreciate it. We really appreciate it. And it's an amazing story, and I think it will inspire a lot of people out there.
Yeah, 100%. We appreciate it massively. The viewers will absolutely love this, and I don't think Damani got the memo about the night track.
I know, man.
I don't think he got the
Athletic Club though.
Oh yeah.
Eh?
Hey, listen, we're not sponsored.
Dave,
Nah, guys, listen. We really hope that you really enjoyed this episode. We certainly did. Zelfa, thank you so much, Damani. Please like, please subscribe, and tune in again for More Than a Match. Thank you.
Thank you.